state or the nation.
The Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation defended themselves with high homicide clearance rates. Tonight, our impact team puts them to the test. The OSBI got $36 million taxpayer dollars last year to be the state's lead criminal investigative agency.
One state lawmaker recently raised the question, are taxpayers getting their money's worth? Tonight, our Oklahoma impact team reveals the OSBI's record on homicide cases. Here's Alex Cameron.
When the OSBI came under fire, the agency fired back, touting a very high rate for clearing homicides. But given the number of complaints we'd heard about the agency, we felt it was worth trying to verify that rate. What we found is worth sharing with you tonight. Oklahoma Impact reporter Jennifer Lauren explains.
These are all partials. We first shared our findings with Claremore Police Chief Mickey Perry, who's also a member of the commission that oversees the OSBI.
This is unacceptable.
These are the documents the OSBI gave us to support the recent claim agency officials made at a press conference. They said the OSBI had an 89% homicide clearance rate over the last 5 years.
That's why we brought up these statistics as a proof of performance to show you we're doing a good job. We're doing the best job of anybody in the state or the nation.
But we discovered those numbers are misleading. Clearing a homicide case does not mean it was actually solved. It means it was closed for one reason or another. We asked the OSBI to provide us with documentation for each homicide they investigated since 2005, so we could figure out how many have actually been solved.
No, these are the homicides. Everything is homicides.
After months of waiting, we finally received a box of documents from the OSBI, but there was a substantial amount of paperwork missing. The files for almost 70 of the agency's 250 homicide cases.
I can't tell you definitively why that was cleared.
We pressed the OSBI to release the missing documentation. After 7 months, we finally received most of it, but not all of it. The OSBI says they won't release the remaining documents because they're confidential. Essentially, the OSBI is asking us to take their word that their numbers are correct. But take a look at some of the cases the OSBI provided documentation for and counted as cleared. Case number 05281. When OSBI agents arrived on the murder scene, they were told they were no longer needed. Case cleared. How about this one? Case number 05631. OSBI agents determined a woman's murder happened in Kansas and handed it over to authorities in that state. So, case cleared. Not exactly solved. But if the numbers are suspect, the files relied on to calculate them are worse. Take a look at this logbook. This is how each OSBI office keeps track of which cases it's working. Like this one, a shooting, and what appears to be Midwest City. When they run out of pre-printed paper, they make their own. OSBI has no computer program to manage their cases.
All I can say is very unprofessional.
Okay.
It's not acceptable at all.
This was the first time Commissioner Perry had ever been shown OSBI paperwork. He says the OSBI has always touted its high clearance rate to the commission, but he had no idea what exactly was behind those numbers.
And I wish now that I can say that I wish I'd asked more questions, and I take responsibility for that.
And going forward?
I think that you're going to find this commission is going to be more inquisitive, want more answers, wants more accountability, and we've discussed this.
Perry says the public has a right to ask for more transparency from the OSBI, and from now on, he will fight for it. Jennifer Lauren, the Oklahoma Impact Team.
A new director just took over the OSBI yesterday. Stan Florence says he wants to give the clearance rate situation his full attention and will grant us an interview in the near future. In the meantime, he says the OSBI is testing out a new computer system. For Oklahoma Impact,